Hey there, guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Caitlin. I'm your geeky girlfriend, and we're going to do another Real Talk movie review in this video. Before we get started, as always, you can use that thumb up and thumb down to let me know if you like or disagree or don't like this video. And then you can also hit that red button and subscribe if you want, if you like what you're seeing on this channel. And every subscription helps me out so much, so thank you. And it just really shows me that you guys like what I'm doing, and it makes me want to keep going. So thank you all so much for being here. If you're already a subscriber, if you're new, go ahead and turn on your notifications, because I upload new content about a couple of times a month, especially with the movie reviews and the book reviews. So turn on those notifications, and then as soon as I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. So without further ado, let's get into it. One of the biggest blockbusters of this summer, Top Gun Maverick. I recently reviewed the original Top Gun, so if you have not seen that film, you need to go either watch my review or go check that one out first before you watch this review. Because I did see this film after watching the first Top Gun, which I just did recently. You can find my review right here on this channel if you scroll down. So if you have not seen it, make sure you go check out my review of that one. This is another, this was a major blockbuster for this summer. And this movie has been a long time coming. It was like the release was rescheduled several times. I know Tom Cruise put a lot of his own money into making this film. So lots of cinematic liberty was given, and like lots of money went into this film. So tried to include a lot of different pictures. Overall, if you know anything about the first one, Top Gun, in my original Top Gun movie review, I said that that movie was pretty much Tom Cruise just in a movie being Tom Cruise, and that's pretty much what it is. We see Tom Cruise in a later stage of his life. He has graduated Top Gun. He was the best, won the award for the Top Gun, did his time, got out, retired, and then he now is like a test pilot for all of these big security clearance jets, right? So he's being asked to fly these Mach 10s and these Mach 9s because he's still the best pilot in the business. So that's how the movie opens, is he's testing a jet that's not ready to be tested, and he kind of gets into some trouble. So he's still in the military at the time of the start of this film. He has not yet gotten out of the military. He's just retired from flying. So he gets brought back in to be an instructor at, you guessed it, Top Gun. And so now he's going to instruct this new generation of pilots how to be fighter pilots. And if you saw the first one, then this is a spoiler if you haven't seen the first one. Obviously, his partner, Goose, is killed in an accident, and Val Kilmer plays a opponent who ends up being his friend, Iceman, and he returns in this film. Goose obviously does not return, but his son does, and his son is played by Miles Teller. And if you've not seen the first one, you wouldn't understand the reference, but the resemblance between the two is uncanny, and Miles Teller did a phenomenal job playing Goose's son. This movie was really popular with teen girls worldwide because of the beach scene, and teen and adult women. Not even I was swooning a little bit over myself, and I don't even find Tom Cruise to be all that attractive. I mean, but he looks good in this film, and he is 60 years old, guys. So he has true goals for aging. Miles Teller as Rooster is a big, big pro. He looks exactly like the man who plays Goose in the first one, and he even has the mannerisms down as well. So he did a lot of preparation for this, and it showed. So congrats to you, Miles Teller. And Rooster and Maverick's relationship in this film is also a big pro. One of my cons about the first movie was I felt like it didn't really have a plot. It did, but it didn't. And everybody who watched it in the 80s is like, oh my gosh, it's Tom Cruise becoming a blah, blah, blah. And I didn't get it. I didn't get the hype. I didn't get the continuity. I had no idea how long things were. It was was confusing. This one I felt was much more easy to understand in terms of a timeline. The events of it made more sense, and Rooster and Maverick's relationship makes a lot more sense and is a storyline that I could at least follow and invest in. The changing culture and times of the military are reflected. There were female pilots in this film, which there were not in the first one, so that was nice. And then there's more depth and emotion in this film. Like, I felt it more than I felt the first one, but it still has the same action, stunts, and fun and the over-the-topness of the first one. Of course, the soundtrack is still epic. That One Republic song is all over the place right now. And if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what song I'm talking about, and that song is blowing up. Cons. I personally wanted Kelly McGillis to return as his love interest, but alas, what do I know, right? That was just my one and only con. This one was by far better than the first one, in my opinion. If you have not seen the first one, it is a motivator to you to watch the first one so you understand Maverick and Goose's relationship. So then you can therefore get the full depth of Maverick and Rooster's relationship. But you do not have to see the first one to see the second one. I know several people who just went and saw Maverick and loved it, even though they hadn't seen the first one. Overall, I give it an A. I did give it a 9 out of 10 because I wanted Kelly McGillis to come back, but I read an article that she was not asked back, so whatever. Like I said, what do I know? But I enjoyed this one a lot more than the first one. I was moved almost to tears. There were some very emotional scenes. There was the suspense, there was the action, there was the unbelievability of the stunts, but at the same time, it was like, holy crap, this is intense. I can't believe he would put himself through this for this movie. Because if you don't know, Tom Cruise is still doing 90% of all of his own stunt work, which at 65 or 60 whatever years old that he is, we did the math, he's like 63 or 64. I think, or maybe he just turned 60. Either way, he's in his 60s and he is still like jumping off of houses and doing these motorcycle scenes. He's an avid motorcycle rider, does all of his own stunts, or 95% of them, which is just so impressive. And he looks great doing it. So if you're a Tom Cruise fan, this one's for you. If you are a Top Gun fan, you'll like this one even better. And if you are not a Top Gun fan, you'll still like this film. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It should be coming out on DVD here very, very soon. And it is a good movie. I didn't want to admit to myself that I was going to like it as much as I did, because I did have such not good vibes from the first one. It was a okay movie. Don't get me wrong. The first one was just okay. This one is stellar. Very, very well done. So that's my review of Top Gun Maverick. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. You won't regret it. And that's all for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.